Hello, my name is Bea and I'm a hydration and nutrition specialist. Today's topic is hydration is the secret. And I have a very special guest with me today, my dear friend, my mentor, also hydration specialist, fitness instructor, and female empowerment coach, Tracy Lee. Welcome, Tracy. Thank you so much for joining me today. And to start
the pleasure is all mine. I'm so excited to be here.
To start with, maybe if you just give us a little bit of background and tell us about yourself for people that haven't had the pleasure to meet you yet.
Yeah. Oh, I would love to. Thank you, thank you, thank you for having me on your beautiful platform. And hello to all you beautiful people that follow Bea. So my name is Tracy Lee, as Bea had mentioned. And yes, I have been in the wellness space now for over 22 years. I've been a fitness coach for women. I have been in hydration as well as a hydration expert and a women empowerment coach. I live in Toronto, Canada, and I am blessed with a beautiful family. And really what I'm obsessed with and lights me up is empowering women to be the best versions of themselves. And it's just truly, truly where my obsession lies. And I want to be a change maker in this world, one person, one heart at a time.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. That reminds me of, the best thing we can do if we want to change the world is start with ourselves, right? And for you to help people do that, I think it's a wonderful gift.
Yeah, we all have beautiful gifts, and it's very important that we all share those. And I think our gifts are what brought us together, Bea, which is very special.
Yes, indeed. So in regards to hydration, I'm wondering, is that something that has always been important to you? Perhaps given the fact that you've done training for so many years, has hydration played a huge part in your life ever since you can remember?
I think up until really, 2018, yeah, it was important to me. I always drank a lot of water. People would sort of, say to me, wow, that's a big water jug that you carry around. But I knew water was important, right? And I felt better when I drank water. I didn't like that feeling of dehydration. Your skin, your hair, everything just feels kind of icky and you don't feel very good in terms of your energy levels. So, yes, I knew it was important. And as a fitness coach, one of my biggest pet peeves is when people would come in to do a class or a training session with their coffee. I'm like, oh no, because coffee is a diuretic and they will be dehydrated and they won't get the most out of their session. So I was always pushing the water. And at the same time, though, I was looking for water. I didn't know what good water was. So it was a space I knew was important, but it was confusing to me. I didn't really understand what to buy for my family, what was the best water to drink, what would make me feel the best. So it was always a bit of a confusing space, but yeah, I knew it was important.
Yeah. When I look back at my own hydration journey, shall we say, I probably have had 3 stages so far. When I was very young, I didn't pay particular attention to drinking water as such, drinking plain water. I thought that any kind of liquids will do. So if you drank a lot of tea, coffee, fruit juices, energy drinks at the time, it's like a swear word now, all those things. I thought, that was contributing to my water intake. Then when I got a bit older and wiser, I realized that I actually have to drink more of plain water. And I did it to actually originally to cut out a lot of the empty calories that we drink. You'd be surprised how many calories we'd be consuming from, these fruit juices and other soft drinks, smoothies, It's a whole other topic. And that helped me to lose a bit of weight at the time. And then I guess my latest stage was when I was drinking the water and I didn't realize that there are different types of waters and not all plain water is good for your body, which was quite a shock to learn, which leads me onto my Next question, Tracy, that, why is it that all water is not good for our bodies?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I was shocked.
Hmm.
I met an incredible human being. He's a holistic cancer practitioner, and he's now a huge mentor of mine when it comes to understanding the body and the power of the body to heal itself. It's quite fascinating to me. And when he sat me down and he showed me some very black and white facts. And I say black and white facts because everything that I have learned is all science based. I mean, steeped in science for a long time. So there was no arguing or denying what was being shared with me. But I just was I was kind of shocked that I had never heard of it before and understood water. And I don't know if you're the same, but when you start to learn something that you find fascinating, you want to learn more. Which is
Definitely.
why I have literally spent the last 4 years of my life uncovering more and more about the power of water to our bodies, and the water that can serve us and the water that can actually be a disservice to us without even knowing it. So, yeah, the power of water not being created equal. I mean, a big thing that I make sure I share with all of my clients is there's no shame around what you've been doing, but knowledge is powerful. And when you do learn something, you can't unlearn it. The only thing I always say to everyone is, you, myself, we're just facilitators of great information, right? Whether it's in your nutrition coaching, whether it's me with my women empowerment coaching, we're talking about the body and water. We're just sharing information because we truly know the impact it's had on our own lives and other people that we care about. And I think as women, we like to share things like that because we want to see everyone feeling great. Why not? So I always say just be open. Be open. And if you're closed, get curious as to why. Like, what are you afraid of? Have you been misled before? Have you been shared something that really didn't support you and your goals and the things that were important to you? And be open to know that that's not always the case. So I'm just sharing that because I do hear that from a lot of people. And, water is not all created equal. And I think, it's as simple as would you drink the water from your toilet? Probably not. Right. Like, and I know that might sound really gross, but if you understood what we understand about bottled water, about all the heavy processes water goes through, and how water has been destroyed, and how when I do the math, I mean, my body alone is like 96 pounds of water. It's something that I never thought about that way. And I thought, okay, well, then why am I not paying more attention to that? So, what is good water? And that's when my new journey began 4 years ago, learning and understanding what good water is. What is it?
Yes, I think many people can probably relate to this. Unless you know this stuff, you don't know you have a problem.
Mm.
And,
Oh, yeah.
and then you realize you've got a huge problem. Because for someone like me I didn't think I had a problem. I just wanted to drink healthier water. And the more I learned, the more I realized what I didn't know. And little did I know that the water that I was drinking was contributing to inflammation in my body, that was making the perfect environment for disease to develop, for disease to thrive, water that was aging me, water that was taking energy from me, not giving energy to me, right? And absolutely, as you just said, our bodies are basically made of water. If you looked at a typical living cell, an active living cell contains up to 95% water. And then the remaining 5% will be things like your proteins. So where does everyone's attention go to? Normally, I'd say it's probably the 5%, not the 95%. But if there was something that would have an impact in your life, the biggest impact in your life, do you think it would be the 5% or the 95% that you're made of?
Yeah, I know. And it's the foundation. Like, I was working out, taking supplements, doing all the healthy things, right? I was doing all of those things. I mean, it was a part of my life. It was my non-negotiables, but I missed the most important piece. I missed addressing the water I drank. And the reason I missed it, no fault of my own. I didn't understand it. Nobody explained anything to me before. I mean, this is why really like 2% of the world really understands the power of water or even takes the time to show an interest in it. And the thing is, once you realize the impact it can have, domino effect it can have on all parts of your life. Because the reality is, when your body's working better, you feel better. When you feel better, you enjoy life more. The people around you are impacted. You being able to step into the best version of yourself is impacted. Like, it's not just about a glass of water. It's about living your best life. Like it's so much bigger than that. And you know, when you can find something, and I mean, you can't argue that you're made of water mostly, you know, and we're made of energy. And water is responsible for every single reaction your body does. Every single one requires water on some level.
Absolutely. Water is life.
It's literally life, right? But we just don't. And you know, the really smart people that knew how to capitalize on this a long time ago are the bottled water companies. They knew. They knew exactly how to get you emotionally. They knew how to get you hooked. They knew how to get you thinking, okay, well, this is my lifestyle. I'm a bottled water drinker. They're geniuses, literally geniuses. I mean, the number of water bottles that are purchased in a year, just in the US alone, are like billions and billions and billions and billions. And the really sad part is it's been making people sick quietly and silently for a very long time, and our planet. Nobody wins with a bottled water. Nobody wins. Everybody loses. And I really wish that it was stopped forever. I really wish that everybody went on strike from buying bottled water. But, you know, that is a big, big global, widespread decision that I don't know if we'll ever see the end of it. I mean, my understanding is the water industry is just going to continue to triple and triple in size. The only people that can start is yourself. And I just say empower yourself. Like you have, like, don't be convinced by anybody, even us. Like whatever we're sharing, whatever you get information from me after this call, like empower yourself. And if that's one thing you can get from this message with us today, is just feel empowered to make your own choices, but really smart choices, you know, from a place of like, wow, I've really done my research. I've asked intuitive questions and I got what I needed to know. Because if you do that, I can absolutely guarantee with 1,000,000% confidence, you will never drink water from a tap or a bottle again. You won't, because you'll just know it's not good for you. And it's that simple. But everyone has to make their choices, right? And we made ours. And look at us, we feel amazing and blessed.
Yes, I can relate when you were saying about the bottled water girl. I was definitely a bottled water girl, because all I knew at the time that the tap water was not good for you and bottled water was the solution. That was the answer. Little did I know that sometimes the water in the bottle can just sit there for like a year or two before it's even sold, like years. And then what happens during that process is that the chemicals are leaching from the plastic into the water, making you sick. And going back to the pollution, you may want to look this up, the Great Garbage Patch in the North Pacific Ocean, that contains over 3 trillion pieces of plastic. And it's I think twice the size of Texas and 3 times the size of France. I mean, the impact is incredible. It might not be us, but it'll certainly be the next generation, the generation after, that will really suffer if something is not done about it now. but we could talk about this forever. But let's not go down that negativity,
That
because
rabbit hole.
yeah, yeah,
So
the
positive.
negativity also creates an acidic environment in the body. Let's focus on the positives, that there is a solution, there is a safe solution. There is a way that you can get unlimited supply of healthy water for you and your family, that's also portable wherever you go. You can take that with you. It's the water that we both drink and love and are so passionate about. So do you want to give a brief introduction to electrolyzed reduced water, Tracy, and say how
I mean, and I'm going to keep it really simple. I love it. You said electrolyzed reduced water. So RW is, it's a scientific term for this water. It's been studied for like a very, very, very long time. This isn't new. It's just that the concept is new to us because if you lived in Japan, for example, where, you know, they live long, healthy lives, they've been used to this for, you know, at least half a century. So what is this water? Keeping it very, very simple. In order for us to be healthy, we have to be able to efficiently get rid of the bad stuff, right? Because most of what we put in our bodies is acidifying. Unless you eat raw, you know, you eat a raw diet of vegetables and fruits, and, you know, it's organic and everything's been removed off the food in terms of pesticides. Unless you're doing that, and you're drinking this water, you are putting in acidifying products into your body. So, and on your body and the air we breathe. So we want something, at the end of the day, the better we can be at getting the bad stuff out of our bodies and absorbing and utilizing the good stuff, then we're off. We're way ahead of the game. We're ahead of everybody else. And that's what this water does. This water is so efficient at getting into your cells, penetrating into your cells, working with the hub of your cell. We won't get confusing, but there's a little engine inside your cell. And when that engine is cranked up and it's working powerfully, your cells are thriving. When your cells are thriving, your body's thriving. And what happens on the inside shows up on the outside, guys. Like, it's incredible. I see people now and I'm like, oh wow, you're so dehydrated. Like, I literally just want to give them a glass of water. I see it. Like, I see, you know, and they might be athletes, you know, they like all the things, but I see them in there. You can just tell, you know, can you tell? Do you do that too, B?
Yeah.
So we want to drink something. If we're made of 70+% water, if I'm drinking water that is able to absorb into my cells, support a healthy cell, hydrate my body on a level that's like shockingly different. Like, you feel it. This is why a water share is so important. And water that's actually has energy. All the water I was drinking before was dead. It was dead. It was dead to my body. Just like when you cook food, you do kind of destroy a lot of the enzymes and the energy of the water. Like, if we could eat an apple on the tree while it's still connected to the earth, that's powerful, right? But that's not normal. We're not going to do that. So we want to find simple solutions. So this water for me was a simple solution to help me flush out the toxins in my body very efficiently, to support hydration very efficiently, fully hydrate my body, and to actually provide my body with the energy that it needs. Because we run on voltage. Our cells are, like, you can actually go to Google and say, what is the voltage of a cell? And it will literally tell you in Google, minus a negative 22 millivolts. We measure our body's voltage, our battery packs in millivolts. And the water that we all drink, except for you and I and some very fortunate people in this world, all the water you're drinking, unfortunately, has a big plus in front of it if you were to measure it. And that plus represents acidity. It represents inflammation. It represents aging. It represents oxidation. Oxidation is aging and the death of a cell. Oxidation, if you want to oxidize something, You're going to kill the germs, the bacteria. Think of bleach. Bleach is very oxidizing. We don't want that in our bodies. We want the opposite of that, which is why people like you, B, who are so incredible, sharing your gifts of nutrition, antioxidants, flood your body with them. The more you can eat, the body's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it'll show up in what? Your energy, your body's functioning better, your organs are functioning better. What does that mean, really? It means you're getting the bad stuff in, you're absorbing the good stuff, you sleep better, you have more energy, you look better, you enjoy life more. So this water does all of that. And then all the good stuff that we do on top of it, the supplements, the working out, all of that, we've just leveled that up like crazy, because now our body is ready to receive it and utilize it. So now we've just taken all that stuff we do and we've just given it another whole level of efficiency. And the more you do that, and the longer you do that, all of a sudden, you're going to look at your friends and go, how are you feeling? Like, I see people my age that I went to school with, and they're like, have you not aged? I'm like, yeah, but not as fast as you. And that feels good. Right? Oh, really? I mean, I want them to have this too, but we all have choices to make. So get curious. Curiosity is so fun.
Absolutely. Going back to energy, I mean, everything is energy, as we know. I heard a good quote today. I can't remember who by, and he said, everything is the same thing, as in everything is energy, whether you can touch it or not. Yeah, just going back to what you said, we are made of water. So what is going to make the biggest impact is changing the water that you drink, change your water, change your life well and truly. And it's not just the quantity of the water, but it's also the quality of the water.
Yeah.
So if I say to you, the topic of today, hydration is the secret, like 3 reasons why, and how that's changed your life, the water that you drink now, the 3 things that you'd be most grateful for, how it's changed your life.
The 3 things I'm most grateful for is it definitely gave me faith in my body.
Wow, that's huge.
It is huge, because I was slowly breaking down, and I was thinking I was doing a good job, but I wasn't sure where I was going to go with what was happening. And I was not struggling like a lot of people. Like, my struggles were things I figured I would live with. But it gave me completely renewed faith in the power of my body. And that empowering feeling transitioned into many other parts of my life. Number 2 is it gave me peace of mind for my family. Because as a mom, teenagers now, one in their 20s, I'm not in a position where, what mom would like them to do, it's not the same anymore. They're going to make their own choices. So for me, I want to have things that are easily accessible and highly impactful to support them in the best way possible. So it is absolute peace of mind that I have access to this water for my children every single day. To the point now where my daughter's heading out to another province in September, and she wants to bring a machine with her because she doesn't want to drink any other water, and she knows the value of this water to her body. And number 3 is the platform it has given me to help change the lives of others. I've changed hundreds of lives. I work with people around the globe, and it has been a gift that I was given, and I take it very seriously, and I'm so blessed and so grateful. Yeah, those are my 3.
Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. If I had to say that a couple of things for me is, you say faith, something similar. I was thinking hope. It's given me a hope that, it's not about just living a longer life, that it is possible and achievable to live a long, healthy and happy life.
Mhm.
You know, we don't have to age and get to the stage that we are very incapable. If we look after our bodies, we can have that longevity and vitality. So it's given me hope that there is such a thing as doing yoga when you're 80 and 90 and having that mental clarity. You know, it can be the way, it can be achieved. So definitely hope. It has showed me, in a way, I think the body's potential as well. When I look at my own journey now, my only regret is that I didn't start drinking this water sooner. Because honestly, God, if I could have the amount of energy and mental clarity that I have now, and it's hardly a surprise because honestly, the energy that I've experienced is nothing like I have ever experienced in my entire adult life. And when I was exercising and eating well, I was thinking, well, I feel okay. But I was like, well, why don't I feel fantastic? Why don't I feel wonderful? And you kind of settle, well, this is just how it is. You know, you've got to do your best. You've got to pay for the gym memberships. You've got to buy the supplements, eat clean, move your body. And, you know, we just don't get to feel fantastic. Well, actually, you do. You do. And the mental clarity combined with the energy. And I mean, it's hardly a surprise because your brain is 80% water. So it's given me enormous amount of clarity. My memory is improved. And I just think if I could have had this, you know, 2 years ago, where would I be in my life personally, as well as in my business, if I felt like a Ferrari, not a Toyota, you know?
Totally.
And
Exactly.
yeah, and then the third thing has to be the community. I'm very privileged and grateful to be part of our Water Snobs community, which Tracy founded. So yeah, we are the Water Snobs, and to have this message to share with people because not many people know about this.
Yeah.
People are getting by not knowing that life can be 10 out of 10. It doesn't have to be a 6 or a 7.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's exactly it. And, you know, you said something when you were sharing, B, and I love, love, love everything you just shared. Thank you so much. And thank you for being in my life and trusting me, right? Because when I first chatted with you, you know, I didn't know you. I met you on social media. You're in the UK. I'm here in Ontario. It's like, who is this person talking about water? And, you know, it took you a while before you really decided to be open and to accept that maybe there was something that you didn't know about that could really have an impact. And and that's okay, you know. For some people it can take some time, but you did, and you made an incredible choice. But something you said really resonated, and it's about settling. And if there's anything that we can empower you, well, you empower yourself. We can help you empower yourself is please don't settle. Never settle and never be satisfied. And not being satisfied means you're not grateful. It means you know that you're meant for more. You're meant to feel more. And if there's anything we can share with you, please, 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 like be open. Ask this incredible human being for information. And what I think is so amazing is, and B, I know you're like this too, is we're not in the business of shoving information down your throat. We're in the business of meeting you exactly where you are. And, you know, when you jump on a clarity call with B, it's like, what's important to you? What are you looking to achieve in your life, whether it's your health or your, like, there's all, like, it's not just about health. Health impacts every part of our life, but it's something else. And that's because we've been there too. We get it and we really care. Right?
Absolutely. If I had any advice for you, I would say either don't be like me because you will have the same regrets as me. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. About the facts and science and information, and I went down the route that I want to learn more and more and more about it. Whereas now I understand that I didn't have to know it all. I just needed to know that it was going to make me feel better.
Yeah.
However, if you are more like me, then please reach out, because we can point you in the right direction for the research, because the water space can be as confusing, if not even more confusing than the food supplement space, and you're just going to end up, really going down the rabbit hole. So if you just wanted to be, just to learn more, as simple as that, reach out. There's so many scientific papers behind it. We can point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
So what I would like to invite you to do is that make your health your priority, because our bodies is well and truly the only home where we have to live in, and you only get one of these homes in your lifetime. So you deserve to at least give yourself the gift of finding out more.
Yeah.
So do reach out for a free consultation, and we'll meet you where you're at, whether you don't know anything about it, or a little bit, want to know more, or whether you just want to jump in the business, or just in having a machine. We'll just meet you where you are, with no judgment whatsoever. So visit my website, which is the www.btribe.com. There's a hydration page, and you'll find the link where you can book a hydration consultation.
Amazing.
So thank you so much for being with me today, Tracy. It's always a pleasure.
You're welcome. Can I share one last quick thing? Just a thought.
Yeah.
So just imagine this for a minute. We all drive a car, or most of us drive a car. So I want you to just think about this for a minute. What if your first car was the only car you would have for the rest of your journey while you were on this planet? One car. That's it. You weren't allowed another car. Would you take care of that car differently? Would you invest in maintaining it? Would you make sure that that car would take you all the way to the end? Your body is the car. Your body's the car. And if you envision yourself at 70, 80, 90, blessing us with 100 or more, if you envision a life of vitality, enjoyment, fulfillment, experiences, you must take care of it now. And it's never too late. So I wanted to just leave you with that.
What a fantastic note to leave everyone on. Definitely some food for thought, for sure.
Awesome.
Only get one of these. Thank you. So yes, thank you everyone watching, and stay hydrated, be healthy, be happy, and be you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.